Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to the Sound Test Room. Today we're going to take a look at Korg Gadgets and we're going to compose. I'm going to show you how to make something in the style of Casey Neistat. Okay, Casey Neistat, YouTuber extraordinaire. He doesn't do his own music. He uses other people's music. I guess he must license it. But it all kind of follows this particular genre. It's kind of like chill wave, chill hop, I suppose. Runs around 90 BPMs or 85 to 95 BPMs, perfect for this. But it suits the videos perfectly. Apart from the fact he's a genius editor, his videos are incredibly entertaining, and I've followed him for ages and ages and ages. And it never fails to amaze me, the editing skill, but how the music complements the video. So if you haven't watched any of his stuff, go and check it out. It is mind-bogglingly interesting anyway, and it's fun. Anyway, the point is, with this kind of music, it's best to keep it simple, straightforward, and you don't need a lot of it. You only need like a few bars of it repeated over and over, so then you can chop, edit, cut into your blog. If you do outdoor stuff, anything that stuff like that, this works up. I've got to stop headbutting this camera. It works perfectly with anything like that. Let me play it and you'll get an idea of where we're going to go. So you know the style, right? It's nice, it's great, but it's simple. It's not too cluttered, and it works perfectly for video blogging. Just watch Casey Neistat's videos, or anybody. He's influenced a lot of people, you know. So you can probably have seen this used in other stuff. And what he'll kind of do is he'll talk for a bit. There'll be music, and there'll be a brilliant cut to some action. Or something, maybe him on his booster board or something in New York, and this kind of music will be playing in the background, and it'll stop again and it'll chop, and it's just superb. Anyway, there are a couple of gadgets that are absolutely brilliant for this in Korg Gadget. Bilbao here, which is an extra IAP purchase, and Vancouver, which is also an extra IAP purchase. Amsterdam works really well as well. But Bilbao, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another Bilbao instrument here, and I'm going to show you that instrument in a bit more detail. First of all, I'm going to duplicate this bar here, and then we're going to add a little bit more Bilbao to this section here. So I'll just open this here, and we can choose, if we double tap it, we can make it bigger so you can see what's going on. And I just use this this first preset rough cut form for the thing. Now, the cool thing is, with all these samples here, you have absolutely full control. You can swap the samples out. You can change the length. So you could use that if you wanted to. You can pan it. You can adjust the levels. So, for instance, let's just double tap that as well. Let's kind of start that off, that one bar, that one section. So I really like that. So we can see where our bars are tracking across. Now I've got this set up for 4 bars. duplicate it again. Okay, so I'm now going to add something from a gadget called Vancouver, which Vancouver is a sampler. So if we choose this here, you can see that down here we have all our particular presets. Okay, and then we have a dual layered sampler. So we have sample 1 here and sample 2, and there's nothing in sample 2. So you could put something into sample 2 zone. And again, also you can don't know why that's not triggering back on there. Anyway. So, for instance, for some choppy vocal stuff, which is... there is quite a lot of it there, we could use that. And then we could, again, make adjustments to our sample, etc., etc. If we go back now to our actual track, we can start to maybe add a little bit. So I've duplicated this again here, as you can see. And this time we can do this. Or this. Or just so this time what we're going to do is duplicate the piece again, but what I'll do now is I'm going to, because I want it to stay with the 4-bar length sort of thing, I'm going to hit function here, and I'm just going to clear all of these out so we're left with sort of a completely blank slate. I'm going to set this to loop and play, there's nothing there. I'm going to set the metronome on just to get us a beat going. And we're just going to start with a fresh, completely fresh thing. So we could theoretically export this as a wave, chop it in half, and then we've got 2 pieces of music we could use in our video blog sort of thing. So let's say just choose a Bilbao. Now, let me stop this. I'm going to show you how cool Bilbao is as well, if you haven't already seen it. Here's the first kit there. So you can see how many kits you get. To start with, you get all sorts of, you get snipped vocal kit, so we could choose this, and then you've got my beat, my me do me do do me do me do do me do do me good. And of course you can my tune everything if you're not in tune. Be good, good, be good, be good, build, be good, or you could do it slower. Be good, good, be good, build down, down. And that's just your snip vocal kit. You've got all sorts of different kits. That's not what I'm kind of looking for this. You could try this one. So let's see. Our metronome is on. Also, make sure your quantizer's on. That's always handy to have on, so you're not having to do any time correction later on. Your quantizer is set, by the way, if you hit function here, by this grid reference here. So you can see you can set we can see it's on 4 bars long. We can go up to 16. The play mode is looping. Muted, it's not muted. We don't need it muted. And we can set our quantizing here to anything we like. So 1/8, 1/16, you're good to go. So if we just start to play, let's see. So I'm going to just kind of shorten. Now I'm going to use that sample. See? Okay, so we can just start this off to record. So if we hit record first and then hit play, we'll get a counting before we start. What was I doing? Yeah, okay. Switch record off and then we can practice a little bit. So let's try that again with a bit of a, give it a bit of a kick. So now we've created something interesting but different. So if it runs from, say, this one, switch that off so it changes. Makes a nice break, you know. Then we can go back to, say, this one. Okay, so and on we go until we're happy with something that's the key is the real key is not to go overboard. Keep it simple, because the whole point of this particular piece of music is to complement what you're doing on your video, sort of thing. So like if you're walking along, Casey will do sort of cool, very, very clever and cool edits. You know, they'll look like they've taken seconds to do, and it probably will have taken an hour. His work ethic is incredible as well. Like, he releases videos nearly every day. You wouldn't believe the quality. Anyway, good. Babble. Just that I'm a bit of a fan. Yeah, so there you go. So I'll run through the whole thing as one sort of blocky. Actually, I will just put, while we're here, a little bit of that in, because I quite liked that. So we'll just, is it? Yeah, that. So as a whole thing, it would sound okay. Let me turn the metronome off. Okay, yeah, I mean, I think that sounds okay, you know. I mean, you could obviously make it better. You could put a few more little tricks in. You could chop some of it, you know. But basically, that's the kind of thing I'm getting at, you know. You can do it yourself, sort of thing, on your iPad or iPhone or whatever, and it's very cool and it works great. Honestly, it works. It might not sound much on its Todd on its own, but it works. It works great in context with certain kind of video footage, you know, video vlogging and stuff like that. Okay, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. There'll be links in the description for Gadget below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Consider becoming a patron, and definitely go if you're not. For most people are, he's got 9 million subscribers. You know, if you're not familiar with Casey Neistat's work, just check him out. I'll find it. I'm sure you'll find it incredibly entertaining. But like I said, he's not a musician. He's a filmmaker. So you know, that's kind of what it is. But it's impossible to explain exactly what it is. But the way he uses music is extremely clever. Okay, and the kind of music he uses just suits it perfectly, which is kind of like similar to this. He does use some stuff with vocals, etc. and stuff. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I shall see you guys later.